Hey y'all, how's everybody doing tonight? Right on, that's what I like to hear. Thank you, Kevin and Kate, for allowing me to share. I really appreciate this opportunity. All right. Well, while it's loading, round of applause again for everybody who spoke this evening. Amazing pouring, right? Thanks, Kev. All right, guys, this is me. I am a teacher and also an entrepreneur. So, Journey to Market America. These are some like cutie head little pictures of me, like way back in the day. I found this one in a yearbook, and it says Ashley leading Simon Says. And I posted this to social media like way a long time ago before the business, and I was like, hashtag nothing changes, because I'm bossing everybody around all the time. So yeah, it was quite the journey to get here. And I'm going to start with after college. This isn't the right picture because it's not from my undergrad, but really that's when things started to happen for me. So it's my family at my graduation. So after my undergrad, my life went crazy really fast. I moved away to Florida, and these beach chairs and the building behind it was where I lived. So I lived in like a dope area, and I got accustomed to all the finer things really fast. These were all the toys that I had, upgrading from car to car, boat to boat, all these bullshit things that I didn't want or need, but that I had the opportunity to be a part of. Then I started traveling all over the place, right? And I was like 23. I had no idea what was going on. I was just kind of enjoying it. So I went all over. I was at Key West. That's me in Dominican Republic with my best friends. Me canyoneering 200-foot waterfalls in Costa Rica. Me in vineyards doing all these fun things. In Miami with the girls. In California. Me and all my friends dressing up and having fun at the beach. And that was my lifestyle. And I thought I was happy. So my life pretty much went like this. In the school year, I would be with my kiddos. This was my class at the beginning of the year. And then in the summer, I'd spend my time at the beach. That's my family. We have a gathering once every summer. And I served part-time on the side in the summers, and you can see this is somebody Snapchatting me. I was rolling silverware at the end of the night trying to get out so I could go have fun. And of course, some of you guys may know I'm obsessed with my Jeep. I like to drive it on and do all that fun stuff. So I thought that I was happy, and I was broke, and I lived this lifestyle that made me look like I wasn't. So pretty much, there's a but. Life has a funny way of slapping you in the face, right? So I had no idea that my life would change and that my mindset would change. But for those of you that may not have heard my story, my school district cut so many teachers, and I was in that group. And after that, it was like, wow, what do I do? And it's funny because when I was scrolling back through pictures, this one right here, I'll read it to you. You're always one decision away from a totally different life. That was my background on my phone from when that happened until the day I was contacted for this business. So it's crazy because I wasn't actively knowing what I was seeking for, but I was seeking something, right? So pretty much, why did I start the business, right? It all comes down to freedom. This is my family and I. Obviously, we're super beach people. It's not about like having a beach house, but it's about having the time and the freedom to spend however I want. I want to be able to work with people on the team, and I want to be able to go all over the place with you guys and build in different countries and have this awesome life. But we can't do that until we reach freedom. And besides just me, there is a bigger purpose for me running this business. This is one of my students, Nasir. Some of you may have heard me bitch about him all year long. This child was a terror in my life, and for 3/4 of the year, I didn't know if I was going to make it through the school year. But after a lot of loving and learning and calling admin, we finally worked it out, But it's students like him that really drive me because it's not his fault the way that he's programmed. He is a product of his environment. And the education system, it is so unfair for so many students. These are more of my kids. It's just, I really think, and my big like purpose and dream. Like I love education, and I know I complain about it a lot, but the truth of the matter is that it's the politics and all the things behind it that make it hurt so bad. Like these kids deserve families that love them and give them showers and clothes, and they don't all get it. So I think like beyond just working for my 20 kids a year, my bigger goal is to be able to impact all kids, because the system's broken. There's so many kids who don't get the education they deserve because they aren't open for the learning. So that's like my bigger why, I guess. But I have so much to be grateful for. So with that, you can see over here the post, and this is really hard to find. If y'all have ever tried to go back and find your launch post, oh my God, it was hard. So there we are, and Kevin's smiling, and our wonderful, amazing team of people who have supported me on this amazing journey that we're really just starting. And here you can see this is the day that Vic and I graduated ABC training. Round of applause for Vic for being in there with me. We've gotten to grow together from the beginning, and I feel so blessed to have everybody's support throughout this. So I've learned a lot of lessons working with you guys over the past, however long it's been, year and a half, almost 2 years. So here's some of them and some of the people I learned them from. Ironically enough, Jackie and Amasra, they have taught me a lot about hustle. So I love you girls so much. And really what they have shown me is that no matter what your situation is, you can get this done, and you need to get it done, right? These girls aren't from here, and they still make it happen every single week and every single month, and I admire that so much about you guys, so thank you for leading the way for me. Vision. So, Mauricio and Mark, I'm sure you don't realize how much you've impacted me, but my dream board has a lot to do with you too. Pretty much watching them over time, like being in Corings and being in front of us, they really poured into us the idea of thinking bigger. And Mark always says about, well, he said in the past, about having a limo come pick you up on the last day of work and your team being there with you. So that's on my dream board, and that's something I can't wait. In my dream board, Kevin is popping champagne, Mark is driving. Everybody else is like waving and clapping and hurrahing. So I'm really fired up for that vision. And Mauricio, he talks about, going to different countries as a team and seeing who can build the fastest to 20. And that gets me fired up. Like, does that get anybody else fired up? That sounds dope, right? Like, we're going to cap out 001 here. And then we're going to go do 002 in Spain maybe, or 003 wherever. But that gets me really excited. So I appreciate them for that. Focus, Bruno, my babe. We are. I for real, he just to me is the epitome of like, I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to get to work and I'm going to do it. And I need him to rub off on me more often. So thank you for being that leader. Mentorship, SJL and Rex. The two of you guys, I talk to you like every day, and I can't thank them enough for keeping me on track. Like, if you've ever seen the Coring with like the aloe, and they're like, the aloe's here, Ashley, and I'm like, but the beach is that way. And they're like, no, like, go. So you guys, I just thank you. Grit from Richard and Caitlin. These two, I mean, it's been incredible to be able to work with them and to be able to have them push me forward when there are times when maybe you don't feel like being pushed. It doesn't matter what you feel like because you're here to cap out a BDC, and that's what we're going to do. So thank you guys for your mentorship. And Dee, I couldn't find a picture of us together because they're from way back in the beginning. But the leadership that he has taught me, like when I was new and it was just me in Delaware and Richard didn't live there yet and Kevin had to drive an hour, but everybody would do it. But Dee also would come down and help me out. And anytime I ask for anything from him, he's always happy to help if he can. So I really appreciate you guys. My grind partners. as you can see, I think everybody needs somebody who like they get down and dirty and like do this job with, because it's fun and it's work and you have to have people to do it with together. So you can see I have Natalie up there. I was there for her launch, which was right after mine, and we've been together ever since, you know, and we've had to work it out together. Kira, and I put her baby up there in the middle with her. I love this picture because Kira came into the business and her growth was just so amazing, and for her to not have any excuses, I'm so proud to get to work beside her and have her push me when I'm falling backwards. And of course, my wifey Val. Val keeps me in line, guys. Everybody here on this board has a strength, and I feel like we all kind of come together to make it happen. Valerie's like, all the things I don't have, she has, and she keeps me on track. So round of applause to you girls. I really love you all. And last but not least, my dad, the professor. Kevin, I have so many things I could say to you. Every time you go up, whether you know it or not, if you're sitting around me, what am I saying? That's my dad. So real. So always think of that when you go up from now on. But I am so proud to have you as a friend and a mentor and a sponsor in this business. I don't know where I would be. I'd probably be on the beach right now, not working toward residual income or doing anything toward goals if it weren't for you. So I really appreciate you, and I don't tell you enough. So thank you a lot. Guys, this is my dream board. Just like a quick recap, there's my limo. There's the vineyard I'm gonna own. There's my trip to Key West with my parents that I promised them. There is me, Val, and Nat in the $1 Million Club at the top. We are holding a shit ton of tickets, so get close and personal that one if you want. I think it's important because I think a lot of what we do has to do with the space between our ears, and I think that's the hardest thing to get straight. So, you know, you gotta look forward to what you're doing and keep it moving. So with that, guys, North Carolina is coming up. We have 31 days, but it's tomorrow. Like, it's coming and coming and coming, and whether you take action tonight or tomorrow or this month or not, this is gonna be here. So even if you aren't ready to take massive action, start today with getting your ticket, because you can't do this business if your mind's not right. Guys, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate and love all of you so much.